And then I've got like 6 slides on oil. I'll go real quick through this. The US is now the biggest producer, or was. We're gonna stop a lot of the production. In 2013, our production went up 11%. That's huge. 2014, it went up again. In 2015, I'm gonna guess it's gonna go down. Our production is gonna go down. Saudi Arabia had a chance to say, and OPEC had a chance to say, nah, we're gonna stop production. They had a chance to dry up some supply. Why didn't they do it?
They want to drive us out.
Right. Like they want the other producers to exit, and their oil is valuable if they can sell it for 30. So they still make money. They don't make as much. Like obviously you'd rather sell for 100 than 30, but most of the oil that we're pulling out isn't valuable until it gets to 50. And most of that's not valuable until it gets to 80. So when it gets to 120, then we start seeing fracking and horizontal drilling and all that kind of stuff. But at 50, we won't see that. It doesn't make as much sense. It's too expensive. Okay. There's a lot of winners and losers. Saudi Arabia, Russia, Emirates, these are producers, exporters. They're going to lose in this. We're still a net importer. We still use a lot of energy. These folks are all going to win. We'll get some specific numbers here in a second. So China, this is an interesting number. For every $1 decline in a barrel of oil, $2.1 billion a year. So they just saved $120 billion a year. That's a huge China stimulus. Europe, not as big a deal. Their problem is it's going to create more deflation when oil falls. India wins big because of their imports in oil. Saudi Arabia, it's obvious, we talked about it. This one's interesting. Venezuela has banked their spending, their financing, they've banked it on $120 oil. So what does this mean for us as investors? Not so much in Venezuela, because no one buys Venezuelan bonds anymore, because it's 4 defaults in the last 20 years. But Russian bonds, there's a lot of Russian bonds out there. And, okay, here we go. Let's look at that. 15 years of growth, but now they may be entering serious problems, because oil at 120, they're selling their oil at, Putin doesn't have, and Putin's he's a crazy man to begin with, right? So we don't know what happens there. But look at this, Iran, $136 a barrel. So these two folks here, not good actors globally, both dependent upon oil. That's their chief export, that's dangerous.